7. 6 is afraid of 7, 'cause 7 ain't 9.
I'm outside and it is a little bit windy, but that doesn't matter. I'm out here to talk to you about numbers. And numbers that we have that we use are really based on 10 things, and there's 10 symbols for them. But they get, well, since there's only 10 symbols for them, we actually have to count more than 10. So there's the symbols are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're the ones that we have. But we have things that are more than 9 things. So what we do is we recycle them, or we start over, or we add one more to them. And I want to show you a little bit about how it is with brand new Sideline Chalk. So what we do is to represent like 1, I have a nail here. To represent 1, you guys can see, representing 1, we would just kind of put a line here, and this is going to be one thing, 1. So this would be like 1. But what if I have more than 1? Well, could have 2 of them, and 3 of them, and 4 of them, and I can go all the way up to 9 of them. And that would be what the number would be, is like up to 9. But we actually have more numbers than that. So when you get to 9 of these, you have 9 of these, and then all of a sudden, 9, now we have 10 of them. We just run out of symbols. So what we do is we borrow a new symbol, make a new one, and we say that this is actually 10 things. So these kind of represent ones. So we're going to call that the ones place. That's the ones place. Now, if we have 10 of these, but we don't have a space for it, we kind of just moved it over. But since we're recycling them, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we're actually going to have to put a 0 in there. So we will put a big 0 in there. Now, once we have 10 of these, we're actually looking for groups of 10. And so if we have, this would be one group of 10, and this is another group of 10. So we would put a 1 right here, because it actually stands for, if it's one of these, 1, 0, 10. If there's 2 of them here, we would put a 2 here because it represents 2 tens. So that's how we would have those things. Now, we could even actually have 2 tens, 2 groups of 10, and then 2 more. So it would be the number 22. Because 2 groups of 10 and 2 more ones. So it would be 22. So instead of writing a symbol for 1010, we would just do that, and we are going to call this place the tens place, because if I put a 1 there, it stands for 10. If I put a 2 here, it stands for 20. And I can keep going. Now, and that would be 3 for 30. Problem. And the problem is, what if I run out of numbers again? I'm up to 9, so I'd have a 9 here, and I might have 9 ones in here, so I'm a 9, 9, nothing left. I'm going to need to add 1 more in. So I would take all of the ones and this whole box, and there would be like 100 in there, and I actually have to even use these ones. And now I've got it. I'm kind of out of spaces for it, so I need to make a new space. And the new space is going to be for 100 pieces. And if I have 100 here, it would be a 1. If I had 4 of these boxes with 100 in it, it would be 4. If I had 9 of these boxes, it would be 9. So if I had 9 of these boxes, my number would be 9. But I only have 2 ones, and then none for the tens, then I would have 902. So this would be the hundredths place. Dark. Chuck. Probably not great to use that one, but so I have the hundreds place, the tens and ones. So I would start with the ones, and then I have the tens place, and then I have the hundreds place. Now, what happens after I have 900, and then 9 tens, and 9 ones? That would be 999, which is what we consider 999. What would happen then? Exactly what you're thinking. I would have to move this a little bit, and we would get a new spot, and I would have to have 10 of these boxes, which would be 1,000. So if you notice, we have ones, and then we have tens. It's just 1 times 10. And then we have hundreds. 10 times 10 is 100. Now, what 100 times 10 is actually 1,000. So now we're up to the 1,000th spot. And if we go further, if we run out, the next one is actually the 10,000th spot. Each one. So if I had this number, 349 5 it's a backwards 5 and 2. That would mean I have 3 10,000s, which is 30,000. 4,000, so 30,000 and 4,000. I would say that's 34,000. 9 100, so that's 900. 5 tens, so that's like 50. And then it's just 2 ones, which is 2. So I would call this 34,952. And that would be the number, and that's how we break it down. The 9 is in the hundreds place, represents 900s. The 5, tens place, actually represents 50. It's not just a 5, it represents 50. The 3 and the 10,000s actually would represent 30,000. What are you doing? What are you doing? What? I'm just helping you out. Got to clean up the driveway. What if I wanted that for later? What? Oh, it's no big deal. You just make a new one. By the way, what's with your hair today? And knock it off about the hair. It's windy out. You can thank me later. Oh, do you have any snacks?